Hey everyone, Mike Rondo in the Shed of Solitude coming to you in what is a windy, rainy, well, it's like a mini hurricane outside. So you're going to hear the wind howling and, there's not much to do on a day like today. So we're going to do Connoisseur's Choice by Peterson. Very interesting I just grabbed this, no reason. I just grabbed it I'm like, all right, I got to review something. Let's find something we haven't done. And here we go. Now, the interesting thing is, so I opened the tin before, and that's the Mothman sign I have outside blowing around. Hopefully it stays there. Hopefully the shed and I do not vanish from the earth, because at times it sounds like there's a tornado coming, like it does kind of now. But, so I opened this up, back to the review, and I'll show you. This is kind of what you get. It's in there pretty good. It's compressed pretty good. It was interesting because when I opened it up, I could smell something sweet. Couldn't quite place it, but it reminded me of, I don't want to say Santa's sack. It's not that. I know it looks like it though. It kind of looks like it if you look at it real quick. Kind of very similar, but I couldn't quite place it. Now this is by the Scandinavian tobacco company. Hold on, let me see if I got this right on the tin. The old magnifying glass. So yeah, Scandinavian. So it smells a lot like other Scandinavian tobacco group, Lane Limited, Richmond, Virginia. Other name. Type of stuff. So it's golden red, dark Virginia, and different cuts, rounded off with burley and black Cavendish, which I imagine is what's given that sweet aroma. And it smells really, really good. I was very surprised by that. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting, I know when I looked at the tin and I saw red Virginia, I'm like, oh, it's going to be very tobacco, cigarette kind of smoke kind of thing going, but that is not the case at all, and I'm happy about that. So I've been having trouble with this lighter, and I don't know if it's because it's cool, although it's warm in here today. It's almost 60 degrees in here. I'll show you the temps. Yesterday it was freezing in here. Well, not freezing. It was a balmy 45, and it got up to 52 in here for a little bit. So I don't know if it's the cold that's screwing around with the butane in here, or I clogged the nozzle, which tends to happen. I got a habit of dipping my lighters in when I shouldn't. You're supposed to have the flame kiss the tobacco, right? But apparently I go full on makeout with it, I guess. So right off the bat, this aroma is sweet, and I did a quick little internet search on it, and the flavors they have: fruit, citrus, maple, rum, and vanilla. So I get the maple, rum, vanilla kind of doing this kind of dance in there, and it's very sweet, it's very pleasant, it's very subtle. It's not smack you in the face kind of thing. It's a wonderful tobacco, to be honest. I'm very pleased that I got this. I can see why Peterson went with it, right? This has to be one of those old blends. What the heck is I can't think of it. They were discontinued, but then Peterson made, I can't remember. The whole life of me, it slips my mind. So I apologize to the purists out there. Listen to that wind. I don't know if you can really hear it because my microphone's a little lower and I got it set so you shouldn't be picking up a lot of. But this is perfect for a day like today. Wow, I'm pleasantly surprised by this. course, the Burley's giving it a good smokiness, which I like. I mean, you really can't go wrong when you add Black Cavendish, which I think is one of my favorite things to have in a blend. And Burley and Virginias, you can't go wrong. Like Red Virginia, you can't go wrong with that. I don't think. This might be one of my new faves. This might be, wow. Oh, this is a good smoke, I can tell you that. I mean, I've been smoking a lot of Maple Shadows. I've had a good chunk of that I've taken out. I don't know if you can really see it, but there's a good bit that I've been taking out of this. And then, of course, yesterday, all day, was Santer's Sack. This was a great blend. I like that. It's funny. Now, I normally don't do this, but sometimes the places where you buy tobacco, they send you an email saying, could you review it for me? And a lot of people don't do it. Some people do. I typically don't do that, but I do my reviews here. So I jokingly went to Watch City and put my link in of that blend that I did. So I don't know if that was a good move or a bad move. I don't know why I did it, to be honest. I'm not sure. I really don't want attention or anything. Who knows? We'll see if it's a good thing or not. And they sent me because I posted on my Instagram that there was plenty left. I almost ordered more, but I'll let you guys go for it. But this Connoisseur's Choice. Wow. Where has this tobacco been my whole pipe smoking career here? I mean, you know what I love about it? It's so smooth and mellow. It's got that nice balance of a good, sweet aroma. It's got perfect smoke. And even the aftertaste is that cream taste. This is just a pleasant blend. Definitely get yourself some of this. This is, and I'm sure there's people out there that think this is the worst thing, because, well, let me see what they got on tobacco reviews. Just curious what the score is. 3.6 out of 173. Interesting. There's no gym links. I would give this, if I was going to write a review, I'd give this I mean, it's not perfect, but I'd give it a solid 3. I'd go a 3.5 for me on the Mike Rondo scale. That's what I would do. Because I'm really enjoying the creaminess. Pretty good morning. I wasn't feeling good. I'm still a little bit in here, congested. I'm stuffed up because the weather. Whenever time it rains or the pressure drops or fluctuates, I tend to get it right in here, and I get all nasally more than I normally do. So I had a headache. Kind of went away. It's kind of coming back. Did some reading. Worked on, I'm currently reading The Naturalist, which is a book about Theodore Roosevelt in his naturalist side of things, and not so much, because much as I love Teddy as my favorite president that we've had, I don't know that much about him because I don't like studying autobiographies and all that stuff. I don't typically do that. I know things from documentaries, history stuff, and all that, but now I'm going below the surface and digging up the stuff, and there's stuff I didn't know about him, which was interesting. As far as him being a naturalist and how he went about doing his hunting, and it was interesting because you think he's just this big trophy hunter guy. Yes, he was kind of that, but he really wasn't. It was interesting. And of course, I don't know if I mentioned it. So this winter, I kind of have a theme going with what I'm reading. So I did American Buffalo, which is an interesting, fascinating book on this guy's journey hunting a buffalo in Alaska. Oh, I should say bison, not a buffalo like a water buffalo or anything like that, like an American buffalo. And obviously the title. And that was interesting. I thought I would be bored with that book, but it was really pretty interesting. And then I got into The Naturalist, and then I got like 2 more books, and then another book, an biography, of Teddy Roosevelt. And that's kind of where I'm going with this theme for the winter. So I don't know if anyone's ever done that, whether you kind of like pick 5 books that are kind of themed and just read through them. So I'm kind of doing that. So far, I would say I'm almost done. I got like 3 chapters left, and I'll be done with that. So, finish up the book probably today. I may, because I'm also reading another book called 100 Arguments. It's a philosophical book, giving you the 100 arguments. And it's one of those books you kind of, it's a slow digest read, It's the one where I read like a chapter a day or something like that. And I study philosophy on my own, so I'm not part of the academia. I'm kind of like winging it by myself, and I kind of saw a video where they were talking about philosophy books, and this is what they read, this is what you might want to read or check out. And this book appealed to me, so I was like, all right, 100 arguments. I'll see what all the arguments about. And it started off interestingly because it was the philosophy of religion. So it went through a bunch of different things on religion and philosophy. And it's funny because, as some of you know with this channel, I'm a non-believer, atheist for labels if you want, but it's more agnostic in a sense because I really don't care about is there a God or not a God. It's kind of irrelevant to me, and I don't know what that bird's doing in the middle of a windstorm. So I don't really dive into it. Back in the day, it was very militant atheist kind of thing, and then I kind of grew up and moved on. But I was fascinated by theology. I thought it was interesting. As I said before, like the other day with that video, that I loved hearing the biblical stories from my mother and stuff. So it was interesting nonetheless. But as I'm going, it was interesting. It begins with the 5 truths, and then it ends with Nietzsche and the whole God is dead thing and whatnot. And I've got these ideas in my head and whatnot. But where I'm going with this, I don't mean to bore you with all this my philosophy stuff, is I have my journal, my philosophy journal that I was talking about, and I tried yesterday to do it, but I couldn't get into it quite much. I think I was distracted by the Dolphins beating the Jets, which I thought they weren't going to win, to be honest. I'm waiting for the downfall of the Dolphins. I can't even see them winning their last 3 games, but hey, it is what it is. It was a fun season regardless, and there's more to life than watching football. So, in any case, I may try to attempt to write in the journal and get my thoughts out on that subject that I didn't even plan on thinking about, really. I just kind of wanted to get through it and then get into metaphysics, which is where I'm getting into now with the metaphysics, with the arguments and stuff. But I just kind of wanted to get through it, and my main goal is to get to ethics, because I like ethics and logic. That's kind of my wheelhouse type thing. And it was interesting. It was very interesting because it makes you question some things. I'm not saying there's a God or anything, but anyway, I'll save that for another day. Won't bore you with all that. Well, back to this. Fantastic blend. On this windy, dreary, crazy day. And after this video, I'm going to smoke another bowl, and I'm just going to listen to the wind, gather my thoughts, and just enjoy the moment. The sweetness of this it's familiar. I just can't place it. I'm trying to think of what blend. I can't think of any. That's the problem. You get all these blends and you smoke them. You tend to forget what's what at times. Just like I forgot. It was Dunhill. The Dunhill blends. See? It comes to you. Every now and then the memory kicks in and you figure it out. So, I don't know. All I can say is get this. It's good. It's a good everyday, run-of-the-mill blend. It's not going to make you stink. Although at the end of the bowl here, getting more of the Virginia tobacco cigarette. Not that it's cigarette. I hate using that term because it's not like that. But it's the only closest description I can give you. It's like, I should just say tobacco because it's more tobacco. But it's got that creaminess to it that I really like. I'm enjoying. I don't get like a rum or a maple, but I get like a creaminess to it, almost like Virginia cream. Maybe that's why I like this so much. It's kind of similar to that, although that's more. You can taste the Virginias more in that. This is more just cream. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll probably do a video tomorrow. We got 2 more to go. The Caribbean. We're going to go and set sail in the Caribbean. And we'll try one of these and go from there. And then we'll Christmas time and all that. And hopefully I don't blow away. And with that, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.